Okay, let's get started. Welcome, it's a Monday morning. All right, take a moment and just adjust your seat, okay? So maybe you need to rock a little bit left or a little bit right a few times until you feel like you're sitting evenly on both of your sit bones, okay? And then last thing is make sure your pelvis is really even. So imagine your sit bones are two legs. So just kind of tilt forward and then round back and tilt forward and round back. And until you feel like, okay, again, I'm right in the middle. I'm not curling and I'm not splaying open. And then from here, allow your eyes to soften or close. Begin to welcome your breath this morning. Allow the intelligence in our internal self, allow that intelligence to begin to make itself known throughout your breath. So with every inhale, imagine that this inner intelligence slowly wakes up a little bit more. It scans the body, it notices where you might be feeling overworked or underworked. And with every exhale, this inner intelligence also scans and releases areas that are fatigued, areas that are tense, areas that perhaps are inflamed. And yes, this is metaphorical, but allow the metaphor to become as true as possible for you. So there is a positive attachment to the breath, right? There's a positive expectation that my inhale draws in energy and my exhale releases old energy. Allow your breath to slow down and at the same time stretch out. So imagine taking a breath and making it last 10% longer. And in doing so, you slow it down just a little bit. And in doing so, you open up the space to explore within what that 10% might feel like on the inside. And with this slower, deeper, more conscious breath, notice if you can breathe a little bit more into the back body today, the kidneys, the sacrum, the pelvis. Notice if at the top of the inhale there's a desire to pause. If there is, hold the breath for as long as you wish. And as you exhale, release, let it all go. And just see what else comes up for you today. If nothing is making itself known, come back to this desire, this mantra, this invitation for this inner intelligence to wake up. Right? Body intelligence, mind intelligence, consciousness, however you want to think about it. This inner intuition that we all have. And from here, place one hand over your heart and one hand over your navel as you connect to your heart center and your pelvic center. Your pelvic center, the place of intuition, gut feeling, creativity. Your heart center, the place of giving and receiving love, especially love for yourself so that we can give and receive love to others. And for the next 2 deep breaths, slowly, as you breathe in, feel the pelvic center receive your breath. Feel the area in between the sides of the rib cage, the bottom ribs, expand into the breath. Excuse me, and feel the heart center as the completion of that inhale, full, bright, and alive. As you exhale, visualize everything else that stands in the way of you being your highest expression of you releasing, letting go. Doubt, worry, fear, let it go. Repeat again, one more breath. Deep breath in, drawing in that inner intelligence. And as you exhale, letting everything else go. And from here, lower your chin and blink your eyes open and lift your head back up. All right, that was awesome. That was 5 minutes of deep breathing. I'm proud of you guys. Okay, come around. We're going to start right off on our back, actually. So if you want, you can have a strap. You may not need it, but if you have one handy, grab it. Draw your knees into your chest first. Just give yourself a little hug and kind of rock left and right a few times. Massage out the sacrum. And then come back to center. If you're still rocking, come back to center. Happy baby pose. So you can grab a hold of the inner edges of the feet. You can grab a hold of the outer edges of the feet. Traditionally, we say outer edges, and the elbows can splay out to the sides. But for some folks, inner edges, right? I have a few clients that it's even hard to grasp the inner edges, so I would say, grab a hold of your ankles or shins. Do your best. Bend your knees, take a deep breath. And once again, maybe a little rock to the right, and then back through center and a little rock to the left, and then right back into center. Now, wherever you have your feet or ankles, see if you can keep your hands relatively in the same spot. Open your legs into a straddle, so your legs are now split wide. Let the toes point down, so not up, not out to the sides. Rotate inner thighs towards the belly, all right? So your toes point down, and you could slide your hands down towards the top of the calf muscle and kind of use that to apply downward pressure. And take a deep breath. Exhale completely. And then from here, come to Baddha Konasana, but on your back, soles of the feet together. Bind, right? Bind your feet. Take your hands, interlace the fingers. And if there's no knee pain, draw the feet closer and closer in until you get a stretch in the hips. You could rock a little bit here too, but it's not as necessary, right? If you feel like you need it, go for it, and then come back to center. And take another few deep breaths here. Exhale completely. Hips, right? Getting into those hips. Okay. And then last thing here, cross your right ankle over your left knee. This is in 2 phases, right? So if you're not sure what it looks like a figure 4, right? You're gonna reach your right arm through the center, reach your left arm around, and pull that left thigh in closer. Keep your right heel flexed. You should feel this in your outer right hip, the piriformis, glute minimus, right? Kind of deep into that hip. And I like the left knee bent. That gets more into my hip. You can straighten the left leg, but notice that kind of reduces the hip stretch. It gives you more of a hamstring stretch. So not wrong, not right, just different. And switch sides. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Flex through that left heel. Reach your arm through the center, other arm around the right hamstring, and draw your left shin, left thigh in. So I like to use my elbow, in this case my left elbow, to press the inner left thigh slightly away from me. And that gives me a little bit deeper stretch into that left hip. Deep breaths. Exhale completely. Okay, and release. So here's, if you want to use a strap, you can. Otherwise, you could just interlace your fingers around your hamstring. Reach your right leg straight up to the ceiling, left leg flat on the ground. Take a few breaths here. If the strap is easier, then you loop the strap around the arch of the right foot or the ball joint of the right foot, right? If you use a strap, don't keep your elbows up, bring your elbows down so that the shoulders don't become tense. Again, strap is not necessary. You can take hands around the hamstring. Take one more deep breath here. And then lift yourself up towards your knee. Lift, lift, lift. See if you can bring forehead to knee, and then lift your left foot up off the ground. If your neck is tense, stay here. You could bring your hands behind your head. We're going to go into a little bit of a core sequence here. And take a few deep breaths and just breathe, right? As if you're looking at your left toes with deep curiosity. And take another deep breath here. All right, and slowly lower that left leg, relax your head down. Again, strap or not, grab a hold of your right ankle or shin, open the right leg out to the side. You could slide that right hand lower if you don't have a strap. Just don't put pressure on the kneecap. So above or below the knee is fine. Notice I'm making like a pivot, right, with my elbow form. Reach. Rotate your right foot a few times, ankle around, scrunch and point the toes. So all this will come into play into balance postures. And we're starting off really controlled. So you can see how this feels when you're on your back, right? And notice your alignment. Okay, from here, guess what? Lift your left foot up off the ground. Again, if there's tension in the neck, bring one hand behind the neck. You could bring both hands behind the neck. Deep breath. So now I'm holding both legs above the ground. Deep breath, inhale. Exhale completely. Notice if your right inner thigh is working and you start to feel tension, use here. Wrap that outer hip around and under. Use the outer hip glute. This will be important when you're balancing and standing. And take one more breath. Okay, release the head. You probably guessed what's next. You're moving towards a twist now. Bring the right foot over, over, over. But instead of resting it on the ground, keep it pretty high up. I don't know if you can tell I'm about 2 feet above the ground. So I'm stretching the outer hip IT band. Deep breath. Keep your left leg strong. And you guessed it, lift the left foot up off the ground, lift your head up off the ground. So now you're still looking at those left toes with tremendous curiosity, but you're twisting your right thigh across. Take one more breath. Okay, and release. Second side, lower your right foot, lift your left leg high. Either strap, right, around the ball or arch of the foot, interlace the fingers around the left hamstring. Engage your right leg as much as your left. Press through both legs, right? I actually want you to feel your quads working on the left leg. See if you can now lift your head towards your left knee. Draw closer, closer, and then your choice. Maybe one hand behind the head, maybe both. Lift your right foot up off the ground. Now it's your right toes you're looking at with tremendous curiosity. Bring your navel towards your spine. Notice the sacrum should be even, right? You shouldn't be tilted to the right or left side. If you are, then maybe lower the head down. Release that aspect of the core work. Take one more breath. Okay, now lower the head down, open the left leg out to the side. Again, use your elbow if you wish, or a strap. The first stretch is more passive, right? We're not using the core as much. I am extending through that right leg as it's flat. I'm extending through the left foot, left toes. Start now to engage the outer left hip and glute, more so than gripping the inner left thigh. I don't want that in this pose. Again, it's not necessarily wrong. It's just not ideal for where we're going. Lift the head, interlace the fingers, and see if you can hold here. Yes, your left inner thigh will work, but make that not the only thing that works. Outer hip, glute should be firing. Deep breath. One more deep breath. Maybe curl a little tighter. All right, last one. Right foot down, left leg comes over, but not all the way. Pause. Again, I'm about 2 feet off the ground. Breathe into that outer left hip, glute, IT band. This is my tight side. Nice and tense in there. Take one more breath. Lift your head up off the ground. Draw your right leg to the center so it doesn't veer out to the side. It's hard to stay even in the sacrum. You are going to tilt to the right, but counteract that with pressing through that right foot. Reach. Reach, reach, reach. Curl the head up or support the skull. Reach through the left leg. And release. All right. Bring your knees into your chest. Take a deep, full breath. Just take one bridge pose. Stretch that out. Lift your hips. You can lift your arms if you wish. And then draw your shoulder blades under. And I do want you to lower your arms back down. So either palms flat, elbows bent, or grab a hold of the mat. And soften the inner thighs, inner groins. Use instead outer hips. The glutes are working. The quads are lengthening. Maybe lift the sternum, chest higher. Lengthen the tailbone deeper and slowly lower and release. All right, roll over to your side. That was good. Come right into downward facing dog. Tuck your toes under. Lift your hips, lift your spine, and stretch it out. Downward facing dog pose. Spread energy through your hands, energy from the index finger to the pinky finger. The palm of the hand lifts up like a suction cup. The outer edges of the hand connect. Deepen your breath, inhale deeply, and exhale fully. One more deep breath. Bring your left foot to the center, reach your right leg up to the sky. Keep a neutral action in the pelvis, so the right pinky toe points straight down. You're stretching through the ball of the right foot. Press through your arms, press through the left leg, reach. And then just switch, lower the right foot, reach the left leg up to the sky, stretch it out. Internal rotation slightly in that left leg. So pinky points down, big toe points straight down, push with the arms, push with the right foot. Lower the left foot. Inhale, shift forward to your plank. Make sure your fingers are either pointing straight ahead or slightly rotated externally. Now lengthen through the heels, reach. So instead of thinking my energy goes forward, it goes forward in part of the body, and with the legs lengthen back, so you become buoyant in the center. Take a deep full breath. You can bring your knees down anytime, half plank. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Walk your hands back towards your feet. A soft bend in the knees is fine. Allow your pelvis to stay over your ankles, so try not to shift the pelvis behind. And then pull yourself in closer, maybe hands around the ankles. Inhale deeply. Exhale, relax the head, neck, and jaw. Release tension from the spine. Interlace your fingers behind you, stretch your shoulders. Relax the head. Take one more breath. And release. Bend your knees, roll all the way up to standing, tailbone heavy, crown of the head slowly lifts. Come all the way up. Okay. From standing, open your arms slightly out to the sides. Reach your right arm up and over. Take a deep side body bend. And then take your left hand to your left hip and push the left hip slightly out to the side. Breathe. Breathe into that entire right side. Ribs, even the hip. And then just switch. Bring your right arm down, reach your left arm up and then over. Take your right hand to your hip, push your right hip slightly over to the other side. Breathe. Open up the side body. Deepen the breath. One more breath. And release. A little more shoulder mobility. Just simple arm circles. One hand, fist to the sacrum, tailbone. Reach your right arm up, all the way and around. Still like you're doing the backstroke. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, all the way around. And then one more time. Inhale, reach it up. This time, pause. I'll step back a moment. Pause with the arm lifted up. Okay, and with the arm lifted up, return to face you. You're going to reach slightly over towards your left. And then back into center. So a slight stretch, but with a curve, right? Similar. We just did a side body stretch. Now I'm curving inwards a little bit. Okay, so from the side, it looks like this. And then inhale, bring that right arm up and complete the circle all the way around. And then reverse one time. Inhale, back, up, over. From here, come all the way down into a forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale and fold. And bend your knees, roll all the way up to standing. Second side. Okay, so 3 circles, backstroke circles on the left side. Inhale, reach the arm up. All the way slowly and around. If your joints crack, mine do, that's, well, it's not great, but you want to breathe through it, okay? If there's pain, then don't go into the pain. To kind of reduce that joint cracking, use your muscles more. And see if you can really lift, really engage and slow the motion down. Okay, bring that left arm up. Curve slightly over to the right hip. Okay, so from a top view, I'm reaching though. I'm not just kind of collapsing, I'm actively reaching. Right, almost as if you're swimming, but you're swimming over to the side rather than straight forward. Okay. Inhale, come all the way back up and around, and then reverse the cycle. So inhale, come back, up. As we come all the way over, we're going to come into a forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Okay, first vinyasa, step back plank or half plank, your choice. Energy in the legs. So if the knees are down, same thing, energy in the legs. Right, you still feel like you're moving your tailbone towards your knees if they're down, or tailbone towards your heels. Take a deep breath and then shift forward, lower all the way down onto the belly. Low cobra. And take your hands, lift the chest up. Exhale, lower down. Cobra on the fingertips. The fingertips go wide. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, go down. Shalabhasana variation. Interlace the fingers behind you. Legs stay engaged. Tops of feet press. Kneecaps are lifted. Gaze is straight forward. Reach the arms slightly up and back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Take a deep breath. Now hover. Release the arms. Hover. Put your hands where they are. Inhale. See if your cobra's a little higher. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Take a deep full breath in. Relax the head. Bend the knees. Step or hop to the front of your mat. Forward fold. Stay low in your forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees. Roll all the way up to standing. Okay, let's move into a slow flow sequence, okay? Bringing some of those elements in. Inhale, open the arms out. Exhale and fold. Step your left foot back. Pause. Twist, reach your right arm up to the sky. You can do this with the left knee down, right? Or left leg straight. Bring your right hand down. Bring your right foot back, plank or half plank. Take it slow and controlled. Lower down. Inhale, cobra. You can also do up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Engage the legs, engage the arms. Stretch energy through the breath. Stretch that energy into every muscle, every fiber of your being. Bring your feet together. Inhale, reach your left leg up. Stay neutral, draw the left knee to the chest. Step it through. Again, right knee can come down or stay where it is. Twist. Reach your left arm to the sky. Exhale, lower the left hand down and step your right foot up. Inhale, roll up to standing. Exhale, hands come back at the heart. Same thing in reverse. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale and fold. Step your right foot back. Right knee can come down. Twist, reach your left arm to the sky. Take your left hand down. Step back, plank or half plank. Find the energy in your legs. If your legs are straight, press your heels back. Then lower through chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. You can always modify with sphinx pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stretch, stretch energy. Move the breath through the body. Allow the head to relax and soften. There's no tension in the neck. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Left knee can come down or not. Twist, reach your right arm up to the sky. Lower your right hand down, step up to the top. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees, slowly roll up. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands come back at the heart. Okay, playing with that. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale and fold. Step your left foot back. Left knee can come down. Twist, reach your right arm up. Pause this time. Really stretch the right arm away from the left. Grow taller in the upper body. If your left leg is straight, press through the left heel. If your left knee is down, engage the tailbone down towards the knee. Take one more breath. Bring the right hand down. Step the right foot back. So you can skip these vinyasas, right? You can always go to child's pose if you need a break. You could go to downward facing dog. Your option is to go chaturanga to the ground if you're taking a vinyasa, to cobra, or chaturanga to upwards facing dog. And find your down dog. Relax the head. Engage through the hands, engage through the feet. Inhale, reach the left leg up. Exhale, step it through. You know what's coming. Twist. We hold it this time for 2 more breaths. So reach the left arm up tall. Push your right arm down. Grow longer, longer, longer. And then take the left hand down. Step up, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale and fold. We're not going to come up to standing. We're going to switch sides from a forward fold. Step your right foot back. You were just here. One more time. Twist, reach, stretch. Lengthen through the shoulder blades. This time bring your left arm up and over. So stretch to the front. Take your left hand down. Step your left foot back. Plank or half plank. Make your way through a transition. Your transition could be cat and cow to child's pose. Or your transition could include elements of a traditional vinyasa, cobra or up dog to downward facing dog. Lift the chest slightly. Lengthen the tailbone. Engage the muscles in the legs. Inhale, reach the right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Left knee down or left leg straight. Twist, reach the right arm to the sky. Push the left arm down, reach the right arm higher. And extend energy through that left leg. At the end, bring your right arm up, up, up and over. As the right hand comes down, step the left foot up. Stay low. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale and fold. One more time. Step your left foot back. This time, warrior one pose. So left heel is at an angle. If you're looking at a clock, the right toes point at noon, at 12, and the left toes point at 10. But stay low. Bring your hands to the inside of the right foot. Allow your outer right hip to hug in. Don't let it kind of poke out to the side. And you're either going to stay here, hands to the inside of the right foot, or you're going to walk your hands forward, almost like a down dog in the upper body, but a warrior one in the lower body. Relax the head, take a deep breath. That's it, you got it. Exhale completely. Walk your hands back. Lift your left heel, twist again. Reach your right arm up and over, starting to bring a little more fluid energy. Right hand down, inhale, plank or half plank. Move through your transition. So again, your transition could be something like this, cat and cow, right? Your transition could be resting in child's pose. There is no right or wrong. You can mix it up as much as you like. If you took that transition, come back to down dog, second side. Inhale, reach your left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Warrior one engagement. So left toes point at 12. If it's a clock, right toes point at 2. Hands to the inside of that left foot. Hug the outer left hip in. Stay here or walk your hands forward like a down dog in the upper body. I'm on my fingertips to get an even deeper stretch. Breathe, deep full breath. Exhale completely. That's it. Inhale, deeply stretch. Good. Walk your hands back in. As you lift your right foot, twist. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, bring your left arm up and over, step up to the top. Okay, last one like this. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale and fold. Step your right foot back into warrior two alignment. So now the left toes are pointing at 12. The right toes are not quite parallel to left. They're slightly inwards, maybe 10 or 15 degrees. Walk your hands to the inside. Okay, so left knee must stay over the left ankle. Don't let it dip inwards. You have to use that outer left hip. Stay here, or if you want a little more stretch and maybe challenge, just keep your right hand on the ground. Take your left hand to the inner thigh near the hip bone, not the knee, not the knee. And start to stretch that left arm straight. Press the inner thigh away from you. See if that gets you a little more stretch in that inner left hip. Walk your hands back to the inside. No twist this time. Vinyasa or straight to down dog, or take that cat-cow variation, right? But really be curious about your movements today. Deep breath in. Exhale all the breath out. One more deep breath in. And all the breath out. Reach your right leg up. Step the right foot through. Warrior two alignment. Bring your hands to the inside. I'm going to turn around so I'm not facing the back. Walk your hands slightly forward. Right knee over the right ankle. Stay here or keep your left hand down on the inside. Press your right hand to the inner right thigh. That's it. And the key is to try and push the hip away while you reach the shoulder and the chest forward, right? Don't just kind of collapse in. That's why your hand on the ground helps, because you're stretching towards that hand. Take one more breath and release. Take a vinyasa if you wish, or rest in downward facing dog or child's pose. And from down dog, 5 deep breaths. If you're in child's pose, let your sacrum feel heavy and relaxed. Relax the head, move the head left and right a few times. And then bend your knees, take your gaze towards your hands, step or jump to the front of your mat. From the front, bend your knees, Utkatasana, and rise. Come all the way up, open the arms and release. Okay, put that all together. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Bring your hands down. Either move through a vinyasa or meet me in downward facing dog. Picking up the pace. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Exhale, warrior one. So our body's fully ready for this pose. Reach the arms up and pause. Remember that engagement we just did with the hands on the ground. Find that here. Lean forward, lift your left heel, and step up into a warrior three balance. On the outer right hip in, I'm going to turn to face you as best as possible. With the outer right hip hugging in, bring your palms to the heart center. Bend your right knee. Draw your left knee in. Stand up to straight. Reach the left knee up. Okay, so we did this on our back. Stretch the left leg straight or keep the left knee bent, your choice. Hands to the heart. Balance. Breathe. Open the left leg out to the side. Again, we did this on our back. Balance. Breathe. Bring the left leg back into center. Slight twist across the body. See if you can move from the center, from the core. Balance. Breathe. Then come back to center. You're going to move back through Vira 3. Bend your right knee. Step back to Vira 1. Inhale. In Vinyasa or go back to down dog. So step back. Chaturanga. Upward facing and downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale all the breath out. Second side. Inhale, reach your left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Vira 1. Reach the arms up tall. Grow taller. Grow even taller. One more breath. Bring your hands to the heart. Lift your right heel. Step up. Vira 3. And again, as you step up, attempt to keep that left hip in. Hands to the heart center. Deep breath here. Exhale completely. Bend your left knee. Draw your right knee to your chest. Come up to standing with the right knee bent. Pause here or see what happens if you stretch the right leg straight. Open the right leg out to the side. Can you move from the core? Good, you guys. Bring the right leg back into center. Twist over towards the left. I know, getting tough. Good. Inhale, bring it back into center. Oh, I lost my balance. Come back into Vira 3. Pause. And then bend your left knee. Step back into Vira 1. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale and release. Take your hands down. Vinyasa. Orient back in downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale all the breath out. Bend your knees. Step or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, Utkatasana. Stand. Open the arms and release. Okay, repeat. Inhale. Exhale, Utkatasana. Take your hands down, step it back, Vinyasa, or straight to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, inhale, reach your right leg up. Exhale and step it through. Inhale, Vira 1. Expand energy, breathe. Ground through the outer right hip, engage your right glute, lean forward, step your left leg up, Vira 3. Palms can be at the heart or arms reaching forward, hands at the hips. Doesn't matter to me, whatever arm position you want. Bend your right knee, draw your left knee into your chest, come up to standing. This time interlace your finger, draw your left thigh a little closer to the chest, and extend your left leg. So remember we did forehead to knee, we were on our back. We're not gonna do that here, but see if you can bring the left foot higher. And now, just bring the left hand around the left thigh, reach the right arm to the sky. Open the left leg out to the side. Twist, bring your right arm, either wrap it around or, oops, you can take it to the outer shin. Twist. Come back to center, come back into Vira 3, pause, and this time come down into standing splits. Hands come down and reach your left leg tall. Push through your right foot. Reach the left leg taller. Reach it even taller. And then step back. Vinyasa. Again, always skip the vinyasas if you do not want that extra added movement pattern. See what feels best for your body. Take a deep breath in. Exhale all the breath out. One more deep breath in. Good, second side. Inhale, reach the left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Vira 1. So we've talked about the symbology behind Virabhadrasana before. I just want to remind you that this is a pose of justice. This is a being, Virabhadrasana, a horrible being actually. Horrible in the sense that he went around killing a bunch of people, but killing them for their, oh, a word just left my mind. When someone's not real, when they're being fake, hypocrites, killing them for their hypocrisy, okay? Killing them for their greed. So this is a pose of justice. Find the justice that you're searching for, that you stand for. Come on up and embody that in these Virabhadrasana poses. Vira 3. From Vira 3, bend your left knee, draw your right knee in, come up to standing. This time use your hands, interlace them around the hamstring, then option stretch the right leg straight. Maybe use one arm. Open the right leg out to the side. For your twist, switch arms. Remember, after this, we go to standing splits through Vira 3. So come back through center, reach the arms up, pivot the torso down, down, down. Hands to the ground, reach your right leg up tall. So if you want to work towards handstand, which we're not doing today, you have to start to get your hands to the ground. You have to push down into your hands. You can even practice that here. Bend your left knee slightly, put more weight into your arms, reach the right leg taller. Okay, and release. Step back. Vinyasa or straight to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale all the breath out. Either stay in downward facing or come into Anahata if you want a little bit of a softening pose, knees wide, and an upper body down onto the ground. If you're in Anahata, press back into down dog and bend your knees, jump. Utkatasana, and stand to open the arms and release. Okay, we're gonna add to that, add our Vira 2. Inhale, exhale, Utkatasana. Vinyasa, or straight back to downward facing dog. Start off with our Vira 1 sequence. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Vira 1, inhale. Stretch, grow tall. Again, find that element of justice that this pose represents. Reach the arms forward, step up. Hug the outer right hip in. We're following the same sequence. Bend your right knee, draw your left knee to your chest. Interlace your fingers if you enjoyed this version, or if you enjoyed the no hand version. Either way, left leg up. Just 2 breaths. Left leg out to the side. This is hard. You have to hug that outer right hip in. Twist, left leg across. Left knee back into center. This time, from that splits version, so hands can come to the ground or palms at the chest, move into your splits. And then bend your right knee and step back into Vira 2. So I'm gonna turn around and face you again, so it's not the back side. Inhale, open the arms, Vira 2. Hug outer right hip in slightly. Take care. Sometimes you hear the instruction, wrap that right outer hip under. That's a good instruction if your hip sticks out. If your hip is already in neutral, that's going to put more tension in the inner thigh and groin. So you really have to know your body and take instructions to like the degree that they work for you. Elbow on thigh or hand to the ground, reach your left arm up and over, stretch. Engage that inner left thigh slightly. You're lifting it up into the navel. And then inhale, come back into Vira 2. Bring your right elbow over your left, take a deep breath. And fold down to the inside. So we did this with the fingers, remember? Now we're doing it with eagle arms, fold. And then shift your torso like you're pivoting to the inside of that right ankle. You may not go as far as I did, right? You might stay here, you might stay somewhere here, or you might go all the way right shoulder to the inside. Ideally, hands are off the ground. I want you to use your legs and your core today. Take one more breath. All right, release. Step back, vinyasa. Upward facing, or cobra, downward facing. Second side. Take a deep breath first. Flutter your lips, so it's like a horse breath. Inhale through the nose, and exhale. Flutter the lips. Okay, do it with me one more time. Inhale. All right, good. Reach your left leg up. Exhale, step it through. So we have our Vira 1, engage outer left hip and glute. Reach forward. Vira 3, I'm running out of space here. Let me turn to face you. From Vera 3, draw the knee to the chest, come up, your choice. Any of the options we did earlier or no hands. Right leg out to the side, again, knee bent or one hand or no hands. Right leg twists across to center. So for this one, it helps me to kind of open my arms opposite way. That's just my own thing. Inhale, bring your arms up. Yeah, I'm still working on balance on the left side. And move into standing balance, splits. Bring your right leg up to the sky. Take a deep breath, bend your left knee, step your right foot back. I'll turn to face you guys, Vera 2. Again, notice what that left knee is doing. Hug that outer left hip in enough so that your knee is in alignment with the center of your left foot. Then lift the body up, out from the pelvis. Take another deep breath here. Forearm, elbow on thigh, or hand down to the inside. Reach your right arm up, lift from the pubic bone, frontal hip bones, belly stretch. Grow longer through the body, especially from that right leg. Inhale, come back up. And here we do that eagle arms version. So cross left arm over the right, fold to the inside, and then start to pivot, 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 pivot. If you can, as close to that left knee, ankle as your body lets you go, without compromising the health or the integrity of your knee or hip. So ideally, your legs don't change at all, right? If someone's looking at you from the back, you're still in a warrior 2, and those legs, they have not changed. Take one more breath. Open it back up, Vera 2, and release. Step yourself back. Vinyasa, or any transition sequence that works for your body. Take a deep, full breath. Again, either pause here in down dog for about 5 breaths, or if you want to soften the posture on a hatha, puppy dog pose, heart's opening pose, arms reach long, knees are wide, and the chest and the forehead lower down. To keep the shoulders safe in puppy dog pose, hug your outer arms in slightly. So there's a lift and an energy through the arms. You're not trying to dip and collapse the shoulder joint down. Some people can do that. Most people can't without harming themselves. So hug the outer arms in. Stay in integrity in the upper thoracic. If you're in puppy dog pose, come back up to down dog. Bend your knees. Step or jump. Hold, Utkatasana. Okay, so now we're in a hold pattern. Inhale and breathe. Let your neither knees come together, or if they're hip distance apart, they're lined up on the same plane. Okay, you don't have one knee in front of the other. Deep breaths, grow longer. Sit your pelvis back more. Reach your arms forward. Sit your pelvis back even more, but spread your toes. Bring energy into the front of your feet. Sit your pelvis back even more, and then keep the pelvis low. Lift just the spine. Lift just the spine. And then slowly, we're going to slowly press those legs straighter, come up to standing. Keep your arms tall, keep them up tall. Lift, move energy, reach it up. Ground through the legs. Reach it up taller. Exhale, open the arms down. Step your feet about hip distance apart. 3 qigong clearings, palms up. Inhale, lift the arms up, knees are soft. Exhale, slowly clear your energy. Ground through the soles of your feet. Allow the energy to circulate from the dantian, the pelvic center, up to the heart, into the skull. Inhale, open the arms. Ground. And one more of these. Inhale, slowly open the arms. And exhale and ground. Good. All right. Okay, back into Utkatasana. So we're going to play with standing balances. Excuse me. Bend your knees, Utkatasana. Sweep your fingertips down. See if your fingertips can touch the ground. If that's easy for you, start to bring your palms. There's no way my palm goes all the way down, but I'm working on, my knuckles, from my fingertips to my knuckle coming down. So get down as low as you can, excuse me.
Shift the weight back into the heels, but spread the toes. So don't start shifting your weight so much that your toes become light. Then reach your arms forward like you're skiing. Keep pulling the hips back, back, back. Good. Pull the hips back, and now start to lift the chest up. Open the arms out to the sides. I'm not going to mirror image. Cross your right arm over your left, eagle arms. Cross your left leg up and over your right. If possible, do that second cross. If not here, you could even go here, toes to the ground. Attempt to keep your hips facing center. Lift just your upper body up. Exhale and fold. Draw your elbows towards your knee. 2 more times. Inhale, lift just the upper body up like you're unwinding energy. Exhale and fold. 1 more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale and fold. Unwind the legs. Lift the arms up. Open the arms and release. Pause, mountain pose. Step your feet about hip distance apart. Breathe. Move energy up on the in-breath, down on the out-breath. Collect your center. Good. Second side. Bring your feet together. Utkatasana. Again, get as low as you can, either fingertips or deeper, right on the ground. Then reach the arms forward. Pull the hips back. There's energy moving through the toes, right? Lift just the chest up. Deep breath. Second side. Cross your left arm over your right. Cross your right leg over your left. Toes can come to the ground, or you can take that second wrap and breathe. Hips ideally face the center. Inhale, lift just the torso. Exhale, lower elbows towards the knee. Inhale, lift just the torso. Exhale and fold elbows towards the knee. 1 more. Yeah, this is my lovely side. Inhale, lift just the torso. Exhale and fold. Inhale and rise. Unwind the legs, reach the arms up. Exhale, open the arms to the sides. Pause, mountain pose. Feet can be apart or together. Take a deep breath. Ground, energy through the legs. A lot of energy moves in that posture. Sometimes people get a little dizzy. If you ground through your legs, you can help with that sensation of dizziness. Always, if you do feel dizzy, get low to the ground so you don't faint. Take another deep breath. Exhale completely. Okay, your choice. You can vinyasa, kind of clear that out of your system. If you don't want to vinyasa and clear that out that way, do something like cat and cow. Okay, so move the body in a way that mimics a back bend and a rounding and a forward fold. So do something, right, whatever sequence of movement that is, that clears that posture out metaphorically. And then inhale, either down dog, child's pose, or anahata. Take a deep breath. Exhale completely. Hug those outer arms in. Take your gaze forward. Come back up to the front of your mat. And come all the way up to standing. Okay. All right. Now, moving in with twisting and eagle posture. And just check the, oh boy. Okay. Time. Be nice if we could control time, huh? All right, so we're gonna kind of take it a slightly different direction, but still move into twist. So chair pose, cross just your left leg over your right. So eagle pose in the lower half of the body only. Open the arms out to the side. So, we did this in standing, right? We did this on our back. We're doing the same thing, we're just taking a cross, of actually being nice and not having you lift your leg out to the sky. Take your palms to the heart, twist across that left thigh. Okay, if possible, push the palms and lean. Your right quad is going to work. This is one option. Okay, second option is to reach the chest forward and breathe, deep breath. Third option would be to unwind the foot and bring your hands to the ground. You could see where this would go, right? It would go into the arm balance. Take a deep breath here. Whatever option you're in, unwind the pose, inhale, oops, come up to standing, and bring your left knee up to your sky. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Come down one more chair pose. I know that right leg is feeling it. Stay here, option 1. Option 2, palms together, twist the opposite way. So left elbow reaches towards the outer right heel. Third option, I think this pose is called dragonfly, right? When your hands come down and you move into the arm movements. But you could prep that here. All right, unwind. Shake that right leg out. It just did a lot of work. From standing, bend your right knee, stretch out that right quad, point the right knee straight down towards the left, okay? So you're not going into a back bend. Knee against knee, extend the femur down, lift the frontal hip bone up. Your glute should work slightly against your belly. So glute and belly are keeping the pelvis in neutral. Breathe, deep breath. Exhale completely. Give it another breath or two of stretch. And release. Okay, second side. Bend your knees. Cross your right leg over your left. Eagle in the legs only. Palms together. Twist left elbow across the right thigh. That's option one. Option two would be to unwind, if you have that right foot around the left ankle, unwind and get your hands down towards the ground. Even if it's just fingertips, deep breath. Hug your hips in and in. Inhale deeply. Whichever option you're in, you're gonna unwind, come all the way up. Bring your right knee into your chest. Flex through the right heel. Come down into chair pose with that ankle. Twist. Bring your right elbow towards your right heel or arch of the foot. Option one. Option two would be to bring your hands down on either side, preparation for dragonfly. Deep full breath. Exhale completely. One more breath and release. Okay. Shake that left leg out. Stretch that left quad, so bend your left knee. Keep knee against knee. Again, don't shift forward or back. Spine is upright. And reach that left kneecap straight down. It's in alignment with the right knee, reaching straight down. Lift the frontal hip bone up. Belly against glute, glute against belly. Another way to think about this is pubic bone against sacrum, sacrum bone against pubic bone. So you want to feel equal energy, keeping the pelvis neutral. Move as deeply into that left quad stretch as you can. Again, keep the knee with the right knee. Those knees should stay close. And take one more breath and release. All right, good work today. Come into a long squat, a wide squat, excuse me. One last twist to unwind the spine. Fingertips come down. Keep your right arm down. Reach your left arm up. This is option one. Option two, if they might feel better, is to walk your right hand towards the inner ankle and then reach the left arm up and over. Okay, so this is one option. Other option is right down the center line. And take a deep breath. Come back to center. Second side. Left arm down, right arm high. Option one. Option two, walk your left hand towards the left ankle or knee. Keep the right arm high and then reach it up and over. And release. Okay, come on down onto your mat. You can come down through a squat or you can just bring yourself down. Bring the soles of your feet together. Baddha Konasana. Lift the spine up tall. Exhale and fold. Soften all effort now. Really, all effort, let it go. Instead, bring your awareness into the breath alone. Walk your hands slightly towards one knee, one hip, one hand on either side. Breathe into the opposite part of the pelvis, sacrum. Slowly walk your hands through center over towards the opposite knee. One hand on either side if possible. Breathe into the other side, hip, sacrum. And come back up through center. Either stay here or take your feet slightly further forward, as long as you can sit upright. Bring your, I'm going to mirror image, left arm to the side. Reach your right arm up and over. You can come down onto the left elbow or keep that left arm straight. Breathe. Reach that right arm now opposite away from you. So instead of up and over, reach it down towards the ground. You could, let's do this way. Keep leaning to the left. And so reach the right arm at an angle from the left arm, almost like a straight line. And then relax the head, neck, and jaw away from that right arm. Your right palm is facing the ground. You're probably at about a 45 degrees angle from the horizontal line. Relax the head, maybe draw the chin down towards the chest, maybe ear towards the shoulder. So you get the most stretch. And then lower your right arm down. Let your spine come to upright. Pick your left hand up and bring it around the back of the skull or the ear. Breathe. Same side of the neck should be receiving a stretch. Relax your left arm. Roll your chin into neutral. Pause here. Use your belly and back muscles to lift the head up. Last side. Right arm comes out to the side. Left arm comes up and over. Option again. If it feels good to bring the forearm down and you can keep the hip down, do so. Deep breath. And then we're going to go for that opposite angle of the arm. So the arm comes up at an angle, palm faces down. Now your chin moves towards the inner left shoulder, or maybe your ear more moves towards the left shoulder. Breathe. And keep the head relaxed completely. And then slowly you're going to walk your bottom arm, your right arm in, stretch your left arm down until it touches the ground. And then use that right arm, the one that was on the ground, bend it. Bring it around the ear or the back of the skull. Don't pull on the neck here. Just apply gentle downwards pressure if you want a deeper stretch. Relax the hand from the head. Roll the chin into center. Slowly roll the head back up. Bring your knees together. Make your hands around your legs. Stretch your legs a little bit, almost fully straight. Knees are still bent. Slide your hands down to the ankles. Hug your belly in towards your thighs. My knees are still bent. And breathe into the sacrum and the pelvis. And then slowly from here, walk yourself back into Shavasana, final resting pose. Let the legs open naturally. Let the arms open naturally. You can move the head back and forth a few times if you wish. And stay in Shavasana. I'm just going to sit up to talk you through it. Now notice now the quality of breath and see if that's different from what you had in the very beginning. And see perhaps how that inner intelligence that the breath wakes up, how it has shifted during the last hour for you. Allow there to be a deep acceptance of what is. Allow there to be a sense of gratitude and joy for this moment, for this life. Anytime the mind tries to distract you with tension or fear, what ifs, turn the dial down on the mind. Turn it all the way down to 0. You can always turn it back up in another minute or two when class is done. But for now, take that break. And then begin to find the strength in your breath. And as you start to take deeper and deeper breaths, begin to wake up the muscles of the body. Begin to notice how the breath creates energy. Reach through the fingers, reach through the toes, stretch. Reach your arms up, stretch your legs. Take a deep full breath. And slowly come back around into a comfortable seat. Let your palms come together as you seal that awakening of the inner intelligence within. Honor that space. Namaste.